everyone, it's MK. Welcome back for my weekly live feed. I have my list both sides of the paper today, so let's get going. A lot to cover today. So first of all, video sales and rentals and YouTube. So you should have known by now, if you've been following on the Facebook page, that I have done some new content across all of those venues, all of those platforms. Okay, first of all, my video hosting site. I got a new mini class all wrapped up and published up on my video hosting site. And if you remember, if you've been watching the posts, that was the class based on that really cool chevron kind of cityscape kind of a quilt that I was working on several weeks ago. And it's a class that encompasses a whole lot of techniques for your pro stitcher. Okay, and as I was working on that quilt, I just thought, you know, this would be a really good one to bundle. So I did all of that whole class, except for a few outtakes and whatnot when I showed you the machine actually stitching. I did that whole class for you from within simulation, and I walk you through that process of that quilt from beginning to stitch out. Okay, so that class is available over on mkquilts.com. You click on the video training store and order that up. Okay. All right, the other thing that I did last week is I finished up a new YouTube recording. Now, that actually was kind of a revisit, so I'm kind of calling it Sim 2 Redo. So that the video that I did on that this last week was basically going back to an older video that I had done. It was called Sim Series number 2. It was recorded in standard, and I just kind of took a look at that, and then I redid it in Pro Stitcher Premium, and I talked through a couple of new things that we have now with Pro Stitcher Premium. But if you hop on over to YouTube and check out that new content, you're gonna see basically that is the beginning of my layout and rendering series. Okay, so that instruction right there in the new YouTube video that I just did is basically where the rest of my instruction kind of flowed out from. That really simple, basic little piece of recording that I did for you there. Okay, so go ahead and hop on over to YouTube and check me out. All right, the other thing with regard to videos is my new contributor, Paula Joe. So, as you know, I've been talking about this for weeks, and we finally got Paula Joe up and running. She has her first couple of classes available for rent on my video hosting site. Okay, she's been super excited about this, and her assistant have done a really, really great job. They've been working hard. They have done a really great job with their recording, and so I want you to check that out. Hop on over mkquilts.com to the video training store. Remember, Paula Joe's coming on as a contributor, so all of her content is going to be right alongside with my content for right now. Keep watching that store over the next several weeks and months, because we're hoping to make a few changes there in the way that it looks. We're going to be hopefully upgrading our hosting service to the next level of the platform so that we can bring more people on board. If you're listening and you do videos or you have classes or something that you think you'd like to talk to me about to come on board as a contributor, give me a call or shoot me a message. I'd like to talk to you about that. But as we bring on more people, the way that it looks and the way that you get to each individual contributor probably going to change a little bit. Okay, so you want to make sure that you check back frequently for that. But hop on over. My new content and Paula's new content is up and ready to go. All right, let's see. That takes me through that video new. Okay, on to side number 2. A little bit of review of some of the other things that I have still going on here. As you know, I've been talking about the zippers and the leader grips for a while now. So just want you to know that the bundle that I had done with the zipper tab leaders and the leader grips, that's going to go on, I think till the end of this week. Okay, so if you want to order those up together, they're on sale right now. I took about 20 bucks off for you guys. And also included in that bundle are the side grips, okay? So I just had somebody ask me about the side grips today. And when we go to the machines at the end of my live feed, I'll show you those grips again on the edge of the quilt and how I use them. So I have these in stock. I have small for Vante, I have medium for Fusion, and I have the long Mac Daddies for Infinity, okay? So that is that. Let's see, where did I put my list down? Here it is. What else is going on? Okay, needles. This is one thing that I wanted to mention about the needles. A couple of problems with shipping in those. One lady just never got them. And one poor customer, they showed up and they were all mangled in the mail. So please, 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 if you ordered needles from me and one, they haven't shown up, or two, they are damaged in one way or the other, please let me know. We'll get those needles out to you as soon as possible. And remember, the needles are an ongoing thing through MK Quilts. I have basically changed over to these ballpoint needles. I love, love, love them. And as a matter of fact, one of the reasons that, whoops, one of the leader grips just fell over. One of the reasons that I switched over to the ballpoint needles was because Kelly Klein said that they last so much longer. So the needle that I have in McFinity right now, I put in, like the first week in April, and it's almost the end of May. Okay, so that's almost 2 months, and I haven't changed a needle, but it's still stitching beautifully. So they really last. 16 and 18s are the ones that I have in stock, and those are the most frequently purchased needles. Okay, but let me know if you didn't get yours or for anything like that. Okay. All right, also with some of the older orders, some of the feet were on back order, okay? And I know some of you guys were waiting for a long time on some of the specialty feet, but they came in last Friday. I got them shipped out all by Monday of this week. So if you haven't already, you should be getting your feet in the mail. And just a reminder, of course, I still have that is an ongoing offer through MK Quilts, right? We have the new Surefoot. That's been a hot item. The Echo feet, because you know that MK uses that middle size Echo feet, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then, of course, the glide foot, the etched glide foot, okay? And again, just because I have some new followers on the board, I want to bring this out again and see if you can see. Basically, this is the foot that Handy Quilter sells. However, I have added an aftermarket add-on. I have had it etched at my engraver, okay? And there's 2 etchings on there. I have a YouTube video about that now if you have questions on just exactly what all the hype is about the etched glide foot. You're gonna want one. Okay, keep misplacing my list today. All right, let's see what else. Okay, my in-home training events. I am really, really excited, and I'm going to start talking these up again because they're going to be here before we know it. And I say they because I have just finalized today an additional event. So if you are in the Las Vegas, Nevada, if you're out near Sin City and you want to catch MK in person in the flesh, I am going to be doing an in-home private small group type of a session, and that is going to be on Tuesday, August 1st. Okay, and that's going to be in the Summerlin area of Las Vegas. All right, so some of you who follow me over my personal page know that my daughter lives out in Las Vegas, and she's getting married this fall. So I promised her one more trip out before the wedding. So we're going to do some of that final wedding planning stuff. And then my host, who lives in the Summerlin area, I met her a couple of summers ago at Academy. And she's been following me since then. And I've gotten to go to her beautiful home one other time when I was visiting Chelsea out in Las Vegas. So she's been gracious enough to open up her home. We can take about 10 students for that session, and I believe Mr. MK just got that up on my website right before I went live. Okay, so that's Tuesday, August the 1st from 10 till about 4. $125 a person. You can sign up on mkquilts.com. Please help me spread the word if you know anybody else in the area, or if you have any other contacts, or you want to post this on any other boards for Handy Quilter with Pro Stitcher owners. Okay, and of course, that's all my sim training, my layout and rendering, all of those techniques that I love so much. All right, the next event, this one's been planned for a while, already have several people signed up for it. That one is Saturday, September the 9th, and that is near Augusta, Georgia. The actual name of the town is Lincolnton, Georgia, and that's going to be, again, another private in-home small group type of a session. And that one, we're going to extend the hours on that one a little bit because I'm staying with the host and figure, you know, I'm going to be there. Might as well just teach on into the night, right? So that one's a little bit more, $175 per person, from 10 till about 6 or whenever we get hungry and decide to throw it in and have dinner, right? Okay, so sign up for those two events over on mkquilts.com. My events this summer were just, again, they were big successes. I had super loads of fun. My guests, I think, had super loads of fun. They learned a lot. I've gotten nothing but positive feedback. So these small home events are your chance to, even if you've taken some of my instruction online, you know, when you have me there in person, you can ask your questions and we can work on, you know, things right there in person. You bring your computers, you fire up your simulator, and we just have a ball. So Tuesday, August 1st, Saturday, September 9th. And anybody else out there, if you're interested in hosting me at some point in the future, again, just give me a buzz and we'll see if we can't work it out. I can come to you or you can even come to me. Remember, I welcome you guys to come for a visit or personal training one-on-one here in studio at MK Quilts. All right, let's see. I think I've saved maybe the best for last. So, Handy Quilter has done it again. I just printed out the newest, upside down, the newest flyer. Big time special starting tomorrow. What do we got here? We got 0 down, 0% financing, and $20 shipping. Oh my gosh, $20 shipping? That's huge discount, especially on something like Fusion or Infinity. Oh my gosh. So if you are in the market to upgrade or just bring a new long arm home to live and work with you, please, again, if you're already hooked in with somebody, that's wonderful. Want you to have local sales and service. If you're looking for a Handy Quilter retailer, MK's your girl, especially if you're going to add on Pro Stitcher. And we are just going to be publishing a newsletter, hopefully in the next day or two at the most. There's going to be some additional information in there. And some of the specials that you get if you buy from me, especially if you have Pro Stitcher. All right, so I'm going to be posting this live feed again across some of my multiple sites in social media. So I'm sorry that, you know, sometimes a lot of this is not specifically sim related, but I use this live feed and I repost it so I can get the word out with what's going on. All right, so watch for my newsletter, and if you're watching or if you share this and you haven't signed up, just head over to mkquilts.com, the homepage, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's the sign up for the newsletter so you can stay plugged in. And a lot of times it will probably be some of the same stuff that I cover in my live feeds, but there's new stuff coming up, especially for local people. Okay, so local people, if you're watching, there's a new program coming at MK Quilts just for you. All right, so let's close it up today by taking a peek. I'm just trying to clean off the quilts. Let's take a peek at what's on the frame today. Just let me put this down. All right, so over here on McFinity is a beautiful quilt from my mom. And so Mom, I'm not sure if you jumped on. I didn't see if you're on right now, but I just have to publicly say, Mom, this quilt is beautiful, and the piecing, oh my gosh, this just went on straight. So good job, Mom. I just love working on your stuff, obviously. Okay, over here on McFusion is this little table runner that I've been posting about the last day or so. I had to trim it up a little bit. You know, I made a post about that. And then just this morning I did the layout, and this border that I'm working on, I placed that in simulator. Well, I set it up in my simulation. Then I laid it down here at the quilt, and I actually took it into Art and Stitch to connect it so that I could stitch that border. And I'm hoping you can see, because I'm looking at this from the other side. I connected the border with a little bit of help from Art and Stitch, and it's making it so that even though it was 3 separate units and 2 ends to this table runner and 4 corners, obviously. I connected it all together, and it's stitching as one beautifully connected pattern. So that's where we're going to leave today. I'm going to hit go on the machine and let the video watch the machine go around the corners, so beautifully connected. And until next week, you guys, thanks for following me. As always, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. It's MK. Bye-bye. I hope you can see it. Oh yeah, and there's my echo foot. Remember, you guys, I use that echo foot to help me with placing and to get that nice distance from the edge of the quilt. All right, here it goes. I think you can see it going around the corner. Beautifully connected. All right, I'm going to back it off because I can't see, and I hope that you were seeing that. Anyways, thanks for joining me this week, you guys. I'll see you next week. It's MK. Bye-bye. Hey, it's MK. Just a little bit of a live feed tag. Seems like I always forget something. Just wanted to mention, since I said that I would and then forgot, these side grips that I use and sell here at MK Quilts. These are by the makers of the same people from the leader grips that I use and sell, and you can just see that basically it's this long rod dowel type of system with the plastic over the top that just connects here on the side of the quilt. And then whether you use bungees on your frame or whether you have the Velcro like I do, I just attach it with one strip. So either one bungee or one strip of Velcro around this ribbon. This ribbon comes with the device. And then this little paper clip here, this little binder clip, I only use that because, actually 2 reasons. I am such a heavy quilter that my Velcro little piece on the end of it wore out. And the other thing is I've switched to just using the binder tab because then I can make the Velcro be at a really long length, and whether I'm using or whether I'm quilting a short quilt or a really wide quilt, then I just wrap the Velcro through the little ribbon and I just put the binder clip on, and it doesn't matter what size quilt that I'm doing. So it makes the advancing go really fast. This is just a shorter one that I use over on the other machine, but it makes the tension to the side of the quilt really nice and taut all the way across the edge, and it makes the advancing and clamping go quicker because you don't have to, you know, be dealing with 4 or 6 clamps like we have on the gallery frame for Fusion or Infinity. You know, that's 6 clamps every advance. It's just a lot for me to do. And if you guys know, I'm a busy quilter, so I like to just keep it moving here at MK Quilts. And so basically, I don't even have the Velcro attached to the side of my gallery frame. I just have one of these really long magnetic bars. You can get them, I think, at Home Depot, Harbor Freight, Lowe's, you know, probably Walmart, those type of places. I just added a couple of drawer pulls onto the ends of them so that if I do need to take it off, I could just grab that and take it off because the magnet is really powerful. Okay, so there you go. I have all sizes in stock at MK Quilts. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Happy quilting. It's MK. Bye-bye.